Raymond van Barneveld just did what no one thought he'd dare. He broke ranks with the PDC. In a move that sent shockwaves through the darts world, the 5-time world champion has been granted special permission to compete in a non-PDC event this month. And this isn't just any event, it's the World Seniors Champion of Champions, a high-stakes tournament outside the tight grip of the PDC, where cardholders are usually banned from appearing. But Barney got the green light. And that's what makes this so explosive. Why is this such a big deal? Because in the world of darts, PDC tour card holders are effectively locked into the system. If you've got one, you're expected to play only PDC sanctioned events. No crossing lines, no splitting loyalties. But Van Barneveld somehow got a pass. And that pass, it's opened up a can of worms the PDC might not be ready to deal with. The event takes place June 29th at the Modus Live Lounge in Portsmouth, and it didn't take long for fans to panic. The moment it was announced that Van Barneveld accepted a wildcard entry, social media exploded with one question. Is this the beginning of the end for Barney? Is he winding down? Or is something even bigger brewing? It's a fair assumption. After all, we're talking about a player who's been in and out of retirement more than once. He stepped away in 2019, only to return, but this latest move, it felt different. Playing in the World Seniors against other legends of the game isn't something an elite level competitor usually does mid-season. It reeks of legacy or farewell. But some insiders are now whispering that Barney's not just dipping his toes, he's making a statement. Some believe this could be a prelude to a full-on rebellion against the PDC's dominance. Because here's what people aren't saying publicly, but everyone's thinking: the players are restless. There have been long-standing rumours that some pros feel boxed in by the PDC's scheduling, media control and appearance restrictions. Behind closed doors, a few even call it a golden cage. You're well paid, sure, but you're locked in. So when someone of Van Barneveld's stature walks out and plays on another stage, that's not a casual decision, that's a warning shot. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Barney's name has been at the centre of controversy. In the early 2010s, there were whispers of friction between him and PDC leadership, especially during the years he struggled with motivation and inconsistency. Some insiders claim that his return to darts was met with hesitation behind the scenes, with certain figures unsure whether his heart was still in it. The PDC confirmed that Raymond van Barneveld requested permission to compete, and it was granted. No hesitation, no controversy. Jason Francis, chairman of World Seniors Darts, confirmed it too. RVB followed the correct procedures, and permission was granted. That's simple, that clean, that calculated. But fans aren't buying that it was all smooth. Some are already speculating that the PDC was pressured into approving the request because denying a legend like Barney would have caused a PR nightmare. Others believe he leveraged his legacy and popularity as a bargaining chip, and if that's true, it sets a precedent that could shatter the current structure. So now the question shifts. What's the real reason? Is Barney tired of the brutal grind of the PDC circuit? Or is he pulling a masterstroke? A chance to dominate two lanes at once, prove he can still win on the pro stage while reclaiming his throne among the legends. Some say he's eyeing a hybrid career, competing on both circuits, building brand power and setting himself up for a mega farewell tour. And then there are the rumours no one wants to touch. One insider, speaking anonymously, hinted that Barney has grown increasingly critical of PDC decision-making in private. Scheduling conflicts, the rise of media darlings like Ruth Littler getting priority coverage, and even disputes over appearance fees have all allegedly rubbed Barney the wrong way. If that's true, his latest move could be a silent protest, stepping out of line to prove a point. And it's not just about him. This opens the door for others. Keith Deller posed the obvious question: if RVB can do it, who's next? Are we about to see a wave of top-tier talent sneak into these senior events with special permission? Could this fracture the PDC's hold over player appearances? Is a new hybrid era of darts on the horizon? There's even more chatter now about names like Adrian Lewis, or even Gary Anderson potentially exploring similar exits or double careers. If that happens, the World Seniors might go from nostalgic novelty to a full-blown rival product. And let's not forget the commercial angle. Some sponsors might prefer backing legends with loyal fan bases, instead of pouring resources into unpredictable up-and-comers. That could pull power away from the PDC and toward these rebel circuits. What's also got fans buzzing is the alleged tension within the player ranks. According to one social media post from a former tour player, there's quiet frustration bubbling about the way younger stars are being fast-tracked, while veterans like Barney are being subtly sidelined. If more players start to feel undervalued or overlooked, Barney's move might become the spark that ignites a player-led uprising. Right now, 11 other players are preparing to meet Van Barneveld in Portsmouth, and they're hungry. This isn't a tribute event, it's competition, and they'll want to prove that just because he's a legend doesn't mean he's untouchable. You can bet there'll be some players gunning to embarrass Barney, to make a statement of their own. But for Van Barneveld, this is more than just another match. It's personal, it's about legacy, and maybe, just maybe, it's about writing one last shocking chapter. Because when a 5-time world champion steps outside the lines, you have to wonder, what does he see that we don't? There's a rumour swirling, and we can't confirm it yet, but some insiders claim Barney has already had talks about a long-term ambassador role with the World Seniors Tour. If that's true, this Portsmouth event might just be the beginning of a much deeper move, a torch passing, a pivot, a quiet retirement by revolution, and with Phil Taylor recently criticising the PDC's Premier League format and other legends growing louder in their discontent, Barney's decision might be just the first domino. Smash that like button if you think Barney still has one more iconic run left in him, and drop a comment with your favourite Van Barneveld moment, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button now. Because this story is only just beginning. June 29th, Portsmouth. Van Barneveld returns to battle, and whether it ends in glory or disaster, you know we'll be watching. Because this isn't just about one legend. This might be the moment that breaks the system wide open.